Have you ever been at a place where you feel like you are so in love and the butterflies are ending?
I sing songs.
You do it?
I'm in love. Hey, hey, hey.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, you see, love can make you sing, make you sound like a complete idiot, but it is love.
Love is beautiful. Love is something that I believe everybody should experience.
Do you sing when you're in love?
I sing all the time.
Can I hear something? Because I'm in love right now. Can I hear something from your beautiful voice? Let's hear you, Lombe. Let's hear it.
I'm in love. This love make me shower you. Oh, my little baby,
reach out. Welcome to Luna Today. My name's Steve, aka So Sick, and I'm joined by the beautiful Lombe Chiti, who has a voice as well, yeah?
But don't fall in love, please, because I believe love should happen at the right time, in the right circumstances, with the right person. We'll be talking about that on Luna Today, where we get to discuss love, marriage, and timing. You know, every time I hear love, marriage, there's always sex at the end. Love, marriage, and sex.
Really?
And so today, when I was looking at, us preparing, and we were like, oh, we're gonna look at love, marriage, and timing. I'm like, timing. Very important.
Because there's time for everything. I mean, you mentioned the word sex. There's time for sex too. There's time for everything. There's time for. So I guess timing is
something that is going to become a new phenomenon. And of course, we'll also dive right into what's. No. I don't even know what. It's like in my head. I'm already ahead. I'm going to what's popping. Lombe, relax. We need to eat today, and so we'll be getting into.
We got Chef Kasonde from Selavi's joining us. She's making us a chicken and mushroom pizza, and then we will be with what's popping. I'll be talking to Kiss B's coming into studio today. We're going to talk about what is the difference between a beat maker and a producer.
I can't wait to hear, because sometimes I've never looked at myself as a beat maker, but I think I'm a producer, even though I don't make beats.
You do?
And so I wanna, should find me in studio. I arrange songs, I direct songs, I literally sit and record songs. The only thing that I don't do is edit and master. But I'm also able to direct the person editing on how the vocals should sound at a certain part, how they should, what the instruments should sound like, what sound they should use. So I'm eager.
I'm falling in love again. Hey, big pal.
I guess this is an episode that I'm going to enjoy, hey? Because Steve is always picking on me.
Do you know, I'll tell you the truth that anything with women and music, like when a woman sings for me, hey, and I've never dated not even one person who can sing.
The Lord knew.
Lord, please, give us just like an Aaliyah. Give us like a Brandy, yeah? Give us like a Toela Kaira, yeah? Hook us up. And that's what we're talking to. We're talking to Kiss B-Side Baba on What's Cooking Today. We'll find out more about... what's popping. We're going to talk about what's a beat maker and what's a producer. Yeah,
and also then we get into GFG. We are looking at the... Pardon me, not GFG. I don't know why I'm so ahead of myself today.
It's
relax. I know, right? We're getting into Digital Digest. It's like... I'm trying to find my AI within me, like, AI, where are you to remind me, Lombe? Like, where these things have come in, like, we had, Makasa unbox Alexa for us, who's like an AI gadget, and so it's like, there should be a chip within it, so Lombe.
And you and I have had debates about this. I'm very old school. I mean, before computers.
He's a BBC.
Oh, man, I really try. And I try to get into it here and there. So AI, for me, has come to at a level where now I'm starting thinking, like, is AI going to take over everything that we deem as creative, that we can create as human beings? Because we've heard of all the debates that have been going on about AI, whether it's writing scripts for movies, whether it's editing movies. AI can do anything these days. They can even give you voices, and that are not even on this planet. They just
I could just say, hey, could you give me a voice that sounds like Steve So Sick?
Yeah, and that will happen. So today we're talking to Makasa is going to dish the juice on what artificial intelligence really is and where it's going. Yeah.
And of course, so do stay tuned. If you have any questions you're trying to understand, because one thing that we know for sure is we cannot run away from artificial intelligence. So if you can't beat them, you join them by learning or understanding how it works at least. And right after that, we dive into DIY. Where you learn
do it yourself.
Yeah.
With Chilama Zulu. And today we're talking about the ruffled scrunchy headband. What is that?
I have come here before wearing
ruffled scrunchy headband?
Not really a headband, but I've come here wearing a ruffled scrunchy headpiece, you know. And Steve was like, "Why are you looking like a flower?" And I'm like, "Boy, you don't know fashion." So I can't wait to have Chilamo run us through that, so that maybe Steve can learn that it's
we really
part
need
of
to
fashion.
all wear ruffled scrunchy headbands.
Yeah, because he was telling me that I looked like a
sunflower.
A kid or a sunflower, but that's the beauty about this. And so do stay tuned, have your notebook nearby to take notes on everything that she's going to be telling you and I to do, because I want to learn how to make a ruffled scrunchy headband.
So when you check out our set design, do you think that somebody actually went to school for it, you know, like arranged everything the way it is, or do you think that somebody just has a natural talent for it? So today on GFG we have Maria, the beautypreneur, and we'll be talking about home and living edition. We head somewhere nice and find out how they get these things looking so pretty.
Yeah, because every time you enter a place, the one thing that catches you is like the arrangement, how it looks. And so I can't wait to also see that, because I will be picking some tips and tricks that I feel
I've got a story.
I've
got a story. There's one time I had like a serious breakup.
Oh, okay.
And I really needed to change like the way my house looked. So I called a friend of mine, her name is Gertrude. If you watch this, Gertrude, I just used you. I didn't even have the money for it. So she came with her own fuel to my house. Then I was like, I really need this to change. I'm just tired of looking at this, and I was going through some sort of depression. So she was like, you know what you need to do? You just need to change this, change that, change this, change that, and put it here, put it there, and then I was like, oh, I never thought about it. Then she went, and then she...
So you didn't buy anything new?
Push the story. And then she wrote like a 3D, sent me a 3D version of what she really meant. Then I got it. Then I was like, what do I need her for?
And then you started rearranging everything yourself?
Myself.
Gertrude?
So never, I'm telling you, I implore you, the word
Gertrude,
implore.
Someone owes you some money here.
She gave me a bill of like 10,000 kwacha for it. So I was like, but why? I can do this myself. So that's why we have DIY, that's why we have GFG. So tune in to Luna Today and find out how you can save money and steal money from Gertrude.
Gertrude, your friend, is not so nice, but hey, do join us as we get into Luna Today in depth right after this.
All right, so Luna Today, and today we're talking about love, marriage, and timing. And this is a story that came out on Kalemba, isn't it?
Yeah, a few days ago. And when I sat down to read this story, I was like, I think to an extent, it's okay to say you want to get married and not require somebody to get married. Why? Because society wants, follow me, because society wants you to not voice out that you want to get married, but they want you to be with this man, or they will plant ideas in your mind that you can make any man marry you, which I don't agree with. I believe when you date somebody, you should be okay with telling them, hey, I love where this is going and I want us to get married. Are you feeling the same?
But that's a female perspective, and I appreciate the honesty that you've come up
like,
with, right?
I really like that.
Yeah, so that a man can choose.
So that a man can tell you to say,
no,
yeah,
I don't want to get married.
Yeah, I once had a relationship like that where I asked the guy to say, look, I want to get married someday. I'm not looking to date for fun. And
how old were you?
Openly, that was like, I was 25.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you were like 17 and like, I'm looking to get married.
I told him that, and he bluntly told me to say, I don't think I'm ready. And so when he told me that, he did not tell me he wanted to break up the relationship. So I asked him, when do you think you would be ready? Because I was like, maybe ready to wait a year or two.
Yeah.
And he says, I don't know. And I said, okay. So because he didn't break the relationship, I continued dating him here and there. And I realized, though, that he just wanted to pass time. And so now the decision was for me to make, whether to stay or to leave. And so...
Who left?
I left.
You left, huh?
Yeah, but the problem is the time I was leaving,
Did you leave while singing?
No, he already had somebody else.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's where, when a man is passing time, he will find somebody else who does not also want to settle down. And I then found out that there were people who were whispering in his ear to say, this is a good woman, as we know her, Shani, she will keep you home, she will
Talking about you?
Yeah, so he did not want to let go of me until the time he would be ready to settle down. Okay, so now I was looking at this story. Maybe
No. Before you get to the story,
yeah,
I need to give a male perspective.
Yeah.
Do you know a man only marries someone when they want to marry someone?
That's
you can
true.
never force a man to marry you, no matter what you do. No matter for unangula shana, would you want a break dance, would you want dalama, you have all these things happening for you. When a man wants to marry, he knows who he wants to marry. I'll tell you a story. I've been married once before, right? But the time that I was, I was dating these women, I was gauging. I was dating several women, by the way, at the same time.
You're
Forgive
so
me.
mean.
No, Jesus, take the wheel. But anyway, so there was one that drank a lot and partied a lot. I had so much fun with her. Then there was another one that was very serious with school and very caring. You know what I mean? And then I saw her and I was like, this is the one. In my head, I knew this was the one. So there was a point where I had to make a decision.
Yeah.
Like, who am I going to be with? And one of them said that I can't have kids, so, you need to step away from me, get away from me.
Yeah.
Because I don't want you to go through that.
And you wanted to have kids?
No, not really. But, I just love the fact that she said that I could make a decision like that. So I decided to marry her. And I married her not because she told me or manipulated me. I married her because in the back of my mind, it was already there that this is the one I want to marry. Yeah. So, I mean, we got different stories from women. And I think the more people nag you for marriage, the more you step away from that.
No, not really. I feel also
As
sometimes...
a man, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I think men should be open for dialogue and open communication. I mean, listen to this. Hey, Akim Tukuluho, this is according to Kalemba, a man who once saw his future in Rebecca Kondowe found himself trapped in a loveless relationship he never consented to and wanted the next and efficient route to be yangoed away from the union. And he identified the material local court as the vehicle. Kalemba. Well, the couple's story began like a fairy tale, with two souls finding solace in each other, but as time passed, their love, they probably got tired. So therefore, Tukuluho sued his girlfriend Kondowe for the court to reconcile the two over what he termed as a forced marriage on the grounds that she and her family were forcing him to marry her. I'm the one paying rentals in the house and I am no longer interested in marrying her, but her family is forcing me to pay dowry I don't want. So I come here so the court can help me because I can't marry her. I no longer love her. Tukuluho complained to the court, but Kondowe said she was already convinced that Tukuluho was already her husband, as he had paid in salamu to her family to engage her.
So who's suing who?
So Tukuluho is suing Kondowe.
For what?
That's the thing. The man is suing the woman because he feels that they...
Harassment?
No, for forced marriage, because he paid in salamu and he's paying renters and he wants the lady out. Okay, so now this is where it's going. So Kondowe said she could not leave their venue of cohabitation. So anyway, the court reminded them that Nkobekelatechupo, meaning engagement, is not marriage. And Kondowe said she could not leave their venue of cohabitation, the house the two were renting, as despite not being the one paying rent, she's the one who went through the trouble of agents to find it.
Wow. Yes, petty as it goes
I
on.
know, right? I want him to move out of the house instead because I'm the one who found it. He paid in salamu already and we live together, so I do not understand him. But Magistrate Harriet Mulenga dismissed the case for reconciliation over forced marriage, indicating that the case lacked merit. He can pay in salamu to many women, but that is not marriage. What constitutes the marriage is dowry. So you must understand that he never married you, said Magistrate Mulenga. Now, when you look at such a scenario, this is why I was saying I feel like men need to be open to certain conversations. There is verbal and non-verbal communication, but there are certain things that I feel will lead to non-verbal communication which should be verbalized. a man should be open to saying when he's not ready.
Let me tell you this.
You know why? Because even with cohabiting is the biggest problem we have now.
Really?
The moment a man allows a woman to stay with him when he says he has not married her, she will believe she's a wife.
Yes, and let me tell you one thing. Sometimes when your friend gives you a car to drive, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, you start thinking it's yours.
Exactly.
But
it's not yours.
You know, at the end of the day, you have to give it back.
Exactly.
So I think women should also. I'm a habitual cohabiter. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I've cohabited, and the fact that it's true, we shouldn't cohabit. I came up, we shouldn't cohabit, because when we cohabit, we get lazy as men to actually make the right decisions. Because you're like, I mean, she's here anyway. She's mine anyway. When my bed is made, my food is cooked, my shoes are polished, the sex is there. I mean, what else
am I?
So I can what? So I can now just talk to the parents. The parents can come and visit. I don't even want them to visit. It's fine. I don't care.
And you see, this is where responsibility falls on both parts.
Yeah.
The woman also has a responsibility. That's why I mentioned.
But no one was really holding her to stay.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying to say. If you want marriage as a woman, vocalize it. The danger with cohabiting is you will do everything that married people do, but when the relationship has to come to an end, the one that wants out is at a higher advantage than the one that wants to make it work.
Yeah.
But when you are in a marriage, number one, there's the institution of marriage that already binds you together. Exactly, there are laws. If you're a Christian, yes, there's a church, there's God you are accountable to.
Yeah.
So instead of wanting out, sometimes you will look at the next possible solution. Can we get counseling? Who can sit us down? How can we rekindle the flame of the love that we have? Because the truth is, forever is a long time to stay in love with the same person consistently. Yeah. That's why when you talk of the institution of marriage, people enter into it with the unction or the thought at the back of their mind that it won't be rosy, but they will have help along the way.
Do you disagree with do you disagree with cohabiting?
I disagree heavily.
What are your reasons for it?
Reasons for cohabiting is that number one, it gets you too familiar with the person. Okay. Number two, you can get out at any time you want to get out because you feel like it's not working.
What about a test drive?
Test drive?
Isn't it a test drive? Like, hey, look, this car's not too good, but
do you know you don't know somebody until you've lived with them?
Yeah.
And that is why.
So isn't it like practice for marriage? Or did we put it like this practice? I don't agree with cohabiting, but I mean, think about it. Isn't like practicing all the things that might happen that you never most people don't foresee before they get married?
And that is why you have a higher chance of people leaving, people being bitter, people being violent, people being narcissistic. I believe there are women that are very narcissistic as well. Yeah, I know people talk about men being narcissistic, but I believe women can also be very narcissistic. And so when you look at cohabiting, I feel like it's a recipe, number one, for heartbreak and failure.
Okay.
Why? Because whatever you test drive, you can choose whether to buy the car or not. If you look at somebody's behavior, you talk about something, the same thing, this every day, you will learn association. You know? Na baba ume tawanjishiba, you know, and na baba ume mulele shako mpia nine Bank of Zambia. When you realize the man is not doing what you want him to do, there is a chance for you to meet another man who will do what you want him to do, and you can just get up and say, after I'm not married, I will leave. Does that mean married women don't cheat? Yes, they do. But how many of them just wake up and say, I'm leaving my husband? Because of the institution because of the protection that the institution of marriage has, it has a higher chance of being saved than a cohabitation.
Let's sing a song. Let's hold hands. Sing a song with sixpence, a pocket full of rye. All right, we need to take a break. Coming up, we go into what food is. But imagine, you know what she can cook for you. We know whether she can't cook or not.
But the best thing is if she doesn't live with you, you will want her in your house so that she can do all those things and much better.
All right, we got Chef Kasonde from Selavi. He can cook and he's making us a chicken mushroom pizza. Let's check this out.
Did we reach our time?
I don't know.
Marcus, I gave you a signal?
Yeah, you gave me.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, this is nice. My interviewer, this is a nice place.
I guess we'll start by you introducing yourselves. Yourself, name, and where you were born.
Okay, my name is Gary Aaron Rutherford. I was born in 1959, November 23rd, and I'm the CEO of G. Rutherford Outdoor Advertising.
Nelly Chamachikwanda.
Rebi Marikanchanda are my names.
Okay, my name is Gino Morelli, although my actual name is Luigi.
I was born here, and I'm still here. I've never left, not even an inch. I've lived all my life in Ndola. I was born and bred here, and I love my city.
What I love in Ndola is very small and friendly, and we are all a family. We know each other, all of us. Wherever I go, sometime I had an opportunity to go and work in Botswana, Malawi, Zimbabwe, but I come back always in Ndola, not even in Lusaka, imagine.
How did Ndola evolve? Because this was a political hub those days. And that's why it was called Ndola, and it had a composition of Chifubu and Masala, where I was born.
And the beauty about Ndola at that time, we only had one youth fellowship at Ndola Baptist Church. So all the youths in Ndola from different churches, especially those Bible-believing churches, we used to meet at our youth fellowship, YP, right at Ndola Baptist Church.
As I get older, maybe when I feel that I'm not going to be very active in my business, maybe I would want to run for mayor of the city of Ndola.
Roughly, how much property do you have?
Well, maybe in Ndola about 200,
200 property.
approximately.
We would like to wish the city of Ndola a happy 120 years. We have come a long way.
Remember Ndola, you are a place of rest. You are a friendly city. I pray that our 120, by the grace of God, we shall be empowered with His strength.
Happy 120th anniversary for our friendly city of Ndola.
Happy birthday, Ndola, and many, many prosperous years. And I hope I can live to see for another 100 years.
Hello everybody, welcome to Milele Show. I'm Kasonde Kause, the chef at Grandview. Yeah, so today I'm gonna be cooking you a chicken and mushroom pizza. Okay, so these are the ingredients that I have. I've got cake flour, I've got the ready-made pizza dough, then I've got chicken strips already marinated, then I've got white cheddar cheese, then I've got my pizza sauce, then I've got some tomato strips, which I will be using for garnishing. Then I've also got some mushrooms. Then I've got some garlic, some freshly chopped garlic. Then I've also got some parsley. Yeah. Then I've also got some mixed herb, some dry mixed herb. So here, what I'm going to start with is first I'm going to make my pizza dough. Yeah, so I'm going to remove this. First of all, you have to put in some flour so that the pizza dough doesn't stick. For you people who want to know the recipe of the pizza dough, you just have to take your flour, you put a little bit of salt, a little bit of white sugar, a little bit of garlic powder, and a little bit of ginger powder. and some cooking oil, or you can put in butter. Yeah, then you work with it. So in this case, I wanted to make a very big pizza, but the problem is my pan is too small. So I just have to cut it in half so that I can make two pieces. Yeah. So, Asian. So, being a chef is more like you're a scientist, because many of the times that you can discover your own recipe, you can make your own recipe. For example, with pizza sauce, because this is just my own recipe. Normally, most of the people, they use vegetables. So after I roll the pizza, I have to put it in a grill so that it can cook a bit. So like I was saying, most of the people, they make the pizza sauce different from the way I've made. For me, I've just used the sauces. But if you want the common one, you use vegetables, mixed vegetables. You take carrots, green pepper, tomato. You can also put onion. When you fry them a little bit, then you put them in a blender, you blend them a little bit. Then you can have the pizza sauce. Yeah. So sometimes it also matters with how you're waking up. If you mood, yeah. So that's it, guys. So we have to wait for this one to get done. While we're waiting for this one to get done, I think we have to start doing the toppings, the ingredients for the toppings. We have to do the chicken. These are the toppings that I'm doing now. I have to check if the cooking is on. Just a little bit more. I think the cooking is on. I have to drop in everything now. Okay. So you have to marinate the chicken in advance. So I marinated my chicken in advance so that it can have that nice taste. So in my marination, I had to drop in some garlic, some black pepper, and then chicken spice, barbecue spice. Yeah, chicken spice, barbecue spice, and a little bit of paprika. But if you want for these toppings, you can cook it in an oven. Yeah, you just marinate it, then you drop it in the oven to cook for it. I think, wow, it's looking so nice. Key. The karama is so nice, huh? It's very nice around. Telling you, muntu mwara iputulole, especially Steve. Mwada so liminado puto. I hope he's not going to test this, because if he is, shut up there. Okay, my first piece of dough is done. Look the way it's looking. Very nice. My chicken is done now. So put it in the bowl, and then on the same pan, that's where I'll fry my mushrooms, so that it also get to have that aroma, you know, from the chicken stuffs. So I have to put a little bit of garlic. Yeah. A little bit of cooking oil. A little bit of cooking oil. Yeah. Okay, the cooking part is done. I'm just remaining with the toppings now. So I'm going to be putting my topping. So this is my pizza sauce, which I made out of discovery because I'm a kitchen scientist. Oh yeah. After I put this, I have to put in a little bit of cheese, some cheese down there. Okay. After a bit of cheese, I have to put in some chicken, to drop in some chicken. Okay. After some chicken, put in some mushroom, a bit of mushroom. Okay, remember, a chef is a scientist. You shouldn't forget that. So I also have to put some sliced tomato for garnishing. It's just for garnishing, people. It's chicken and mushroom pizza. But I just dropped this for garnishing, so that at least it can be looking appetizing. A little bit of parsley for garnishing. If I wanted, I would have sliced my parsley in two smaller ones, but I wanted them to go like that, so that at least they can be different. Again, add in a little bit of cheese again. Cheese. some dry mixed hemp. So the yeah. For the taste, it has a very nice taste on piece. So there it goes. Yeah. So let's wait for it to cook. Then we'll make another one.
Well, I'm here joining Kasonde just to see how this chicken and mushroom pizza has turned out. Well, I can't wait to see how it's looking like. How's it going so far?
Yeah, so far so good.
Beautiful. Let's see the outcome.
So one is already done.
I'm looking at this one that's about to go in and I'm like, so yummy.
So this one is done. Oh.
Okay. Ooh, this looks nice.
Done.
Oh, it's super hot.
Burn yourself.
I'm telling you. That's how professionals do their thing.
Okay, so that one is done. Then we're gonna put this one in.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You have to be very careful.
Because the pan is already hot. Okay. I'm just eager to taste the sauces because you said you have created your own types of sauces.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this. Can't wait to taste it.
Okay.
So now with all the steps that you were giving, I could do this at home.
Yeah, you can. You have to try out. It's not that difficult.
I'm just eager to test the sauces. Like I wanna taste like.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, because I'm looking at your ingredients and how you know.
This one tastes very, very nice. Because even me, I'm salivating now. Imagine.
Okay. And I legit thought it was a very small pizza, but look at you giving us so many.
Oh.
Okay, ooh. Let's have a taste of that. Wow, the cheese is cheesing, guys.
Yeah.
It's cheesing. I just want to make sure that Ooh. It's very savory, hey? I can taste the sauces, the cheese. Oh wow.
Even the dough, the ingredients.
Exactly. I don't like my dough very crusty. I like it in a way that it's in between being crusty and soft. And this dough is giving me that. It's not very hard. Okay, Kasonde.
Thank you.
I need to finish this pizza and enjoy it very well. This has been lunchtime. Immediately, let's continue and get into what's popping as Steve takes us through what's happening in the entertainment industry. Stay tuned.
Okay, now let's look at it. Let's break it down.
Yeah.
Who are producers in Zambia? Like, can you name people you feel are producers? Is the actual producer?
Paul Cruz is the producer. Shafu kurumbura umbi nomana yukushavya ati ni beat maker. Okay, I'm a producer.
I won't even ask who that one is.
Yeah, my one na papat.
So that's few because you've only named one person. That's how few they are.
Killer Beats, the producer. Yeah, KB is a producer. Mazenga Man is a producer because mostly you got people
like doing the works, then
Oh yeah.
bana niwaambie. No.
After watching that video, I thought about it, and a big shout out to King Nachi, by the way. I thought about it. You know, I've been stuck with this for a very long time. There's so many producers that I know, and we go to these studios, we sit in there, and we're like, okay, cool, man, that's a dope beat. You sit there, you start making a beat. Oh, he starts on his keyboard, he starts doing his thing. He starts, you get inspired. Next thing, chirimbo, next thing you know, you have a great beat, and the concept of the song goes with the beat. And next thing you're like, hey, you're now a producer, and I wake up on because the Kiss B Sai Baba is one of the producers. But then I've been hearing a lot of songs where you hear a beat, like maybe it's an international song or it's a beat you've heard before, and it's done almost identically. Yeah, this beat is almost identical. It just has maybe just a little bit something different, but the pattern, everything is almost the same. So what is the difference between a producer and a beat maker? And is that the one I said, the latter, is that the beat maker? So I want to talk to a videographer, producer, maybe even beat maker, and hip hop artist Kiss B Sai Baba, who joined us in the studio. But Kiss B, a chat.
Hey, raga.
So now I'm gonna put on screen how uncomfortable I am right now. I mean, King Nachi said that some people are beat makers and some people are producers. First, let's explain what a beat maker is.
Okay, so
quite a difference.
Yeah, for a beat maker, with my own understanding, beat maker the own job wachako nili yakawati he makes the beat, then appeal artist, then artist obviously will do his recordings
on that same simple beat chap.
Yeah, sure. Somewhere else. So for the beat maker, the own job yakwe ewachitagofe kupanga kufe beat. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah. So
okay, so just so people can understand, kupanga ko beat, what does that mean? Okay, let's say Naisa, I come to you and say I want a beat from you.
Yeah,
I want to write a song to the beat.
Sure. Then others they don't make beat para pene waisa. Wambiama beat makers mostly balapanga, then obviously they will put the beat on sale, or bala chitafe approach am artist individual fe like you feel nefe.
Yeah.
Umuntu akonga fatoa nikwata kwa ma beat ya so. Then you do your recordings somewhere else.
Okay.
Mostly if I'm a beat makers.
Okay, so set up your beat maker studio Tiabashan. Will they be keyboards? There'll be everything. There'll be
everything. Like just a normal
recording booth.
Just like the normal studio fee. Studio fee is for video call. Now I can beat maker for you.
Okay, so but the artists do not record from there.
Okay. Good example I would give is mostly Kubanese. I don't think so. Mzambia kwa tatulafika hapo. Mostly Kubanese. Good example I would give for the video, you'd find could you direct video. Like ule munafe yonse pakafe hapo. Then who is handling the cameras is someone else.
Yeah.
The colorist who's supposed to grade the video achitakara fiance ni umbi. So but you'd find Mzambia, I don't think so tatulafika sana because of the funds. Because ngawamana market kudia ama prices yabo poverty into na Mzambia fyadipsana sana.
But you're talking about videos.
Yeah, it's just an example.
An example.
The way it's done.
Okay, so beat maker. So you're saying that when creating a song, there's like let's say international studios or whatever. There's someone who makes the beat,
Yeah,
and then somebody
sure.
who comes and touches and does
just recording.
recording.
Yeah, recording, editing, and master it.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So now what King Nachi said, he said some producers are not producers, they're beat makers. And they're what we call producers. What's the difference between a beat maker and a producer?
Okay. On that part.
Or the new guys are there, what's that?
To work we can be the fishing, but I feel who do you want to say, like Mozambique, who do you want to say, who can start from the project from the scratch. Bita Panga is able to record, edit and master. Obviously it's Tommy that's produce.
Okay. All right.
Because he's starting the project from the start, perhaps wish.
Okay. So beat makers are just those ones who make beats. So
yeah, sure.
The argument that he had saying that some people don't know the difference. So apa number twice, because I still feel I'm a bit lost as well. Are they producers without naming? I'm a producer. Are they producers? You know what? Okay, you muka kupanga beat, but tete apwish.
I'm beat makers, Bengi. I'm a beat makers. I just feel, Kaidi, Mozambique, as I was saying, mostly, I'm a standards have an insoko, nakuno, a bit low.
There's no money.
Yeah, sure. So
I mean, if there was money in it, people, there'll be so many people
involved in the project. So once I sang that already project the Muntari PDF 15. So number 15 here in mwaka ni abali 4.
Shabana bala subira kungani.
Yala shupa.
We said that is that.
Yeah, exactly. So yala shupa. So mostly despite winga tampa career you vet ulefo at ubefe beat maker. Kunta should be definitely be
forced to learn other things.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is that some people start as beat makers,
and
they start graduating. Next thing you know, they are producing, they're creating their own sound, they're doing this. So what would you consider yourself as? What are your strengths? I mean, there are some people I know, some producers. They go, okay, kuchako master. Mag 44. Tumina kuri Mag 44. You mini dice or something like that. What stage are you in when it comes to your production?
Okay, I do both beat making and producing. Yeah, but my strength mostly is with producing.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. I do both, but obviously the club I feel for that. Okay, when it comes to this, I'm perfect or I'm much ahead than if you're Shark. Yeah, so I consider myself to be a producer because I start if I can start the project from the start, but can I push? So I consider myself to be a producer.
You know, there was a time when people used to say mastering is really hard.
Yeah.
How easy has it become over the years, especially with all these softwares? Because I can't quite feel it. Guys, is there now a software that just goes, thinking it does it for yourself? I mean, especially with AI today.
So quite bako manani ama sites like by internet ama AI whereby watch the edit song, then you make sure it's not creeping. Then the wabikapo extra master, but for me, but for me, I feel it's not that perfect because mastering it involves. That's the reason why mostly kuela ti nango beat maker dipangire. Obviously wala mwebato afuida tumana na data ya beat because there is some changes here and there. Maybe you have to watch the master kuela wala mfuata. Okay, to 80 don't fika pamulu. Okay, to make it simple, take foot to ambio kumutumina. So we make it simple whereby atuma data, so that if you want some changes, obviously tatuikata if it feels like waladi shamo, but just here and there some changes. That's
so
the way
we talked about AI. Yeah, AI is scaring a lot of people.
Yeah.
Come to a stage where we won't need you as a producer, we won't need the beat maker. Sometimes we won't even need the artist because we can even create our own voice and make it nice. Are you scared of where AI is going musically?
As I said, AI. Okay. Ila chite fo ingachita, but 30 mwanisha pafio muntu ingachita.
Okay.
Because mostly you'd find good example I would give. Amazon's sometimes in the chitana master are separate. I know it, okay. You must stay yala kuma social media platforms. Oh, yala indira pamona video ile kuma YouTube, because most of ama platforms are yala chita reduce yala chita compress, not chita reduce volume kuma tracks. So you'd find especially ngole chita master ile chita nani kane ile chita clip sana pasta sangati ala boyela sana, so kola ba fake alaka ko, but omuntu na computer fi adip sana inena ala chita reason na ala chita reason for computer te teach the reason. Obviously chita bala setting about okay na fili ni fili bueno, but then I'll be able to reason that, oh, since if fili yoku obviously where from for the night master fi, so at now we have a compressed ni shala shadila ko pam. So I don't think so.
You don't think so? Yeah, well, I sure hope so. So I mean, a lot of people have been accused that ni producer, ni artist, ni master. So who tells you? I mean, you are all these things. Who tells you to remember that way?
Okay, so
when we name it the whole night. Now rap. Who tells you at remember that way?
Okay, you know, Mr. Sosik, shabiri vasana mkuipisha bantu. Because especially I'm a producer. Obviously, once I would like fair money yakwe. Yeah, because once 20%, I should say 20%. So for me, nalikuwa fair my reference. My tracks where I feel like then it's proper.
You get inspired from other.
Yeah, mastered. Which of my reference? It's not only I'm a music fair and despite nama songs on actually produce, because obviously nadio for promo systems I have sana, then nadio for despite system ewad shamo ta sana. So na isa believer pa mukwata fe ama difference fe for the chita fe compare for omwini okay,
if my lyrics that you give my lyrics that you
that's where now the team comes in.
That's what I was
before you produce
about. Yes.
Before you take anything out, obviously kuna bukwata team mwaikara panshi lule umfika shani lule so de umfika pokwati lule kuchara kwati uru sente fumi uru mwashwe ya pale. But mostly with production I feel because on sefe producer adequate way yakwe ewa faida mwefi into fair Arizona na sound tayumfikira same bozo talikuwa tafe. I'm able to tell na namfavyo first fe ya rimbokte na landa upangile biti
new. Okay, just to wrap up our interview today. Before, what's your brand new song, by the way? It's a brand new video.
Yeah, Katusha Ngatuafu.
Katusha Ngatuafu.
Yeah, which features 4 and 5.
Before Tuatusha, I'm going to do what everyone does on these shows that they do. Who are your top 5 Zambia producers? being a producer like the way it is, being an artist like Teti Danjati, being a hip hop artist, I can't say these are the best.
Quite a fair one, quite a fair tea. Okay.
Number 5?
Oh, don't be the Kuano.
Okay, number 1.
I feel figure.
It's okay.
Okay. I think
number 1.
Mark Ford 4.
Mark Ford 4. Well, I hear his killer productions. I hear his music sometimes and I just go, ha! That's great. Number 2?
Yeah. I think I'll put KB.
KB, Killer Beats. All right, I was talking to him just this week. Next?
Okay. Number 3, although despite Mukamba Tapa that much active with production, I think I'll put Dice.
Dice?
Oh, yeah,
Dice on the beat.
Yeah, when it comes to production, Nadisangwa sana
with him.
Yeah, kwa tinangwa. They just produce. You're able to see. Oh, nifi. So, despite Nango is not that active right now, but I think Tanawika Konangat number 3.
Number 4? Stash. Okay, cool. That's an Ndola guy, huh?
Yeah.
And finally, number 5. I'm going to tell you who number 5 is. Kiss B-side Bob.
No. I always prefer if I'm given top 5, I'm watching you, but top 10, I'm on top 20. Gashachi cup.
Sure, it's very short.
Because Munjaveret Indombo they won't chive.
Yeah.
So if I had to put myself, obviously gonna chip up a face.
Okay.
So this list is just for everyone for okay, but they're doing a great job in the music industry.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
All right. I'm about to play your brand new Kiss B song, but thank you very much, Kiss B, for showing up. Yeah. It's called What's Poppin' Ilelanga. Check out Kiss B on his socials. You can catch him on Kiss B what?
Kiss B Saibaba Music. That's my Facebook page. Then TikTok, Kiss B.
Chose namba paka fichitike mpaka Shakwa tomu pashi wakunenuka Pala moneka ifopo tuinuka Otherwise tukatusha ngatuafu Ngatuafu Ifo kutusha kamotuafu Apa tuchiri turebo mbako Tukatusha ngatuafu Yeah. Better than me no party with the clean man, not white collar so party dead man. No backup if you say fiamba pa zero. Gonna feel what they lo make it my ilo to kwata fyo mo pampamina wa marinso. Apona kumutenge abweke lako. Ukufumenta la mata tuchense lako. Kate poshi fuma tula chindikapo. Idiri wempiba the all day. If isabo fika balula one day. Also kwati mwailo tabwaka Chestori ngate pari pineni shifia luche Kaptole sopera makabati shiri paka Jose namba paka fichitike mpaka Shakwa tomu pashi wakunenuka Pala moneka ifopo tuinuka Otherwise tukatusha ngatuafu Ngatuafu Ifo kutusha kamotuafu Apa tuchiri turebo mbako Tukatusha ngatuafu
Kaleke boy for kugiva Dawaishi wafe for kumfuika wino kufula Ganindwa la panchi tone njijiro kupola Chabu pele sampela chikulu te chabu tula Ngatuafa Ifo kutosha muni na kano ngatuafa Ganafa tatuafa na kafa Make sure padi midimo paka papua Tugombele nsala Isale ilenga nechitoni la sala Gana sala kutina la lensala Fokuleko kubo baka nole sansala
Yatim machine luka sampo yonseira pitan shire luka Chansa moko wono kan kachinda shanya tochi ukunya luka
tera makabati shiri paka fyose namba paka fichitike mpaka shakwata omupashi wakunenuka pala mwoneka ifopo twinuka otherwise tukatusha nga twafu ifo kutusha kama twafu apa tuchiri tulebo mbako tukatusha nga twafu naberero kufuaya notukulomba naberero kufichita notukutamba naberero kupalauka nokubomba naberero kutamanga notukuchimba bomba ngechibalo mukoloni ofesini pasiriti tatuwa bapapero nakalya mpaza kwatifie tipu insabanta ngeo basuma kuchipu na pesa batani no days off after tay chifutini yaso gani mpyo tulo shitukwata ingabana insomye ibitata
and Kiss B talk about who a beat maker is and who a producer is. I think I'm a producer. Yeah.
After that interview, I'm still lost.
What do you mean you're still lost?
I'm still lost.
Look.
I mean, it's like, you know, what basically Kiss B was saying is that, you know, we haven't got, as Zambians, we have to multitask so many things.
Yeah.
So even when it comes to things like being a producer, I mean, there's certain things that you're not supposed to be in charge of as a producer.
True. That is true.
That as a Zambian, you have to do everything. You have to do the mixing, the mastering. You have to do the playing of instruments. You have to make the beat. I mean, and it's a place that we've gotten where we need not to get.
But you see, and this is one thing also that I noted when he talks about a producer. Have you heard someone who can make a dope beat?
Yeah.
Like a dope beat.
Yeah, but they can't
produce the song. Yeah. And I think that is where we need to draw the line and understand, I know what I can't do. You get what I mean? But if you're able to put your ear to the speaker, or even before the speaker plays, like the keyboard plays and someone plays a wrong note, you tell them that's a wrong note.
Yeah.
I have a producer who hates me right now. I can't mention him here.
Mention his name, please. Do it.
Because when we went to his studio,
he was doing a lot of wrong things.
I was supposed to compose a song, and so I asked him this question because I understand how producers in Zambia work. Those that work in Fruity Loops, or they would either plot or play instruments. And so I asked him, "What do you do? Do you plot first and then create a melody, or do you create a melody first and then do your beat?" He was like, "I do either." So the reason I was asking him is because how I compose a song when it's the melody first is very different from how I would create a song if someone is plotting first.
But what makes you think you were right and he was wrong?
Because he failed to do what I asked him to do.
But like I always feel like, being a producer, being a beat maker, whatever, they all it's all like an art.
It's an art,
There's a way that anyone can do something.
That is true, and that is
so
why...
So maybe you had your own way, he had his own way.
That's why I asked him.
Then he felt like you're stepping into his territory.
Yes,
like,
he did.
Coming into my house,
but
telling me how to cook my food.
But if I'm composing a song and I ask you to either to tell me what you do, like how do you do? Like for me, someone will ask me, how do you compose a song? I'll tell him, it's okay, it depends the producer I'm working with. I can either create a melody, okay, and then we build from the melody, or we create a structure for the song and create a melody from the structure.
I create a melody first.
Yeah.
And then we start building from the melody.
Exactly. So now I
love
asked
it that
him,
way.
And he couldn't tell me. And so I said, okay, give me a melody. He touches the keyboard. I'm like, okay, give me C. Then he gives me. Then he couldn't play the other chords in C. He kept going off key. And so I'm telling him, that's not what I want. Hey! He snapped, literally started shedding tears. And I'm like, I think he's a beat maker. He ain't a producer, but it's okay.
What's his name?
I can't mention his name.
Anyway,
he hates me more for this.
I always feel like when you make a melody and you start building, you don't know whether you're making a hit. So I feel like a lot of producers have become so lazy that they get other melodies that have already been hits, and then they start building around that.
Exactly, and that's where the problem is.
And that's where the problem is for a lot of artists, because they don't use art anymore.
And that's why when you build a melody, have somebody who can play keys, have somebody who can play a guitar, have somebody who can play the bongos, different instruments, somebody who can even give you like a shaker. Like just someone standing with, sometimes this could have something inside, and just having them bump against each other can give you a whole sound. That's like the creativity that you're talking about. It doesn't have to be done by one person.
Oh, we can just use artificial intelligence. I mean, let's all be lazy.
No,
yes, we can. Artificial intelligence can make us a beat today. In less than 2 seconds, up now, panga beat now, wrap up now. Yeah. Who needs all these beat makers and producers? So we have Makasa Kaunda. His hair is thinning a little bit, but we can use AI to make those photos, or even the video we're playing right now, make it seem like he has hair. All right, this is artificial intelligence on Digital Digest. Innovative insights. Stay tuned.
In the recent past, or I can say not so recent past, AI was a little bit overhyped. What it could do, what scientists say it could do, and the prospects that it had were not really seen at that time. That is not until the late 20th century when the strides in AI started to rattle a few cages. Come to the 21st century, AI was able to defeat the grandmaster of chess at that time, who was Garry Kasparov, which was a very big stride in AI, because up until that point, this was a system that couldn't even defeat a child at tic-tac-toe. So today we're going to talk about AI. What is AI? Where did it come from? Where are we with it right now, and where is it going? My name is Makasa Kaunda, and welcome to Digital Digest. What is AI? And in simple terms, AI is basically a computer that can think for itself. That is, it could do predominantly what was thought that only human beings could do. AI started with some brilliant minds of people like Alan Turing. And it could only do simple things like play chess. Well, it couldn't beat so many people in chess. It could play tic-tac-toe, it could play checkers, which is draft as we call it. We used to use it to play solitaire as we were kids. So these were all AI systems that were built in that time. They were not as advanced as they are now. Because now we are now in a very new era of AI. This is a point where AI now can decode voices. This is a point where now AI can drive cars. This is a point now where AI can recognize faces, and you can actually have a conversation with AI. AI is everywhere around us now. If you watched my first episode, we were talking about Alexa, which is now predominantly a system built around AI. It's very essential to our human lives these days. It's something that will boost productivity, efficiency, and just generally make our living a little bit better. It's like having an assistant that doesn't complain about all your demands. But there's also concerns about this assistant. People feel like AI, as it advances, it might become a nuisance. It might think people are a nuisance and then take over the world, blow up the world with nuclear bombs, and take us into human concentration camps or zoos. So Skynet and the Terminator aside, we're trying now to figure out where AI is and where AI is going. That is one thing that even the smartest minds are still deliberating over. But I think AI is going in the right direction, and if we, most of the problems that have been posed and most of the threats that have been posed for AI usually sound more sci-fi than realistic. So, and I think if we focus on a lot of these problems, we will miss out on the broader aspect of using AI right now and capitalizing on it right now, because AI is a great tool. And right now what it's helping out on and what it can potentially help out on is in places such as education. With education, AI tools are being used in education right now to solve equations. They're being used to help students learn things and understand things. One other aspect that AI can really help is in the health sector, which I think it has already started helping. That is in patient diagnosis, and aided with a human touch or a human eye to draw it to the right path. I think in the future we're going to have a little bit more accurate diagnosis, accurate prescriptions, and accurate measures that people can take to be able to make our health sector a little bit more better and a little bit more accurate, as we can put it. In the financial sector, AI is being used to help in certain aspects such as fraud detection, credit score monitoring, and as well it also helps in financial investments for large corporations. That's in predicting what the market will be, what the best investments would be, and also monitoring these investments for these large corporations. And I think it only goes up from here. Another sector in which AI can really pose a big, significant shift in terms of efficiency is the transport and manufacturing industries. These are industries that really benefit well from automation, and AI is one of the best tools that are going to be used in this. I can put it in air quotes. There's been a very big conversation around self-driving cars. Well, I put it in air quotes because it is not, there's still many regulations around it, and there's still many bugs and kinks to be sorted out. But these are something that AI will be able to really capitalize on in the future. That's in the safety of the transport industry. I believe in the not so distant future, we will stop driving because it will be too dangerous for a person to drive, rather than letting AI drive, and they can actually more likely coordinate better. In manufacturing industries, it's working together with human beings so that it helps efficiency, accuracy, and the rate of production. It is now being widely used in a lot of manufacturing industries, and I think, like I said with the healthcare, it only goes up from here. The biggest conversation now that we're having is the ethics of AI, because AI is all around us. It's in our social media. It's in our homes if we have these systems, these virtual assistant systems. It's in our phones. Every phone now comes with an AI system. Apple comes with Siri. Samsungs come with Bixby's and all these others. Amazon tablets and Echoes come with Alexa. The biggest ethical question now is, how do we safeguard our privacy? I think we're still in the infancy stage of our governmental regulatory bodies and just international regulatory bodies to regulate what this will look like. But I think we're going down the right path. There are already a few regulatory bodies that are passing a few laws around the regulation of AI. I think AI is here to stay. I think AI is here to help, and I personally am a very big fan of it. I'm excited with the prospects. So let's embrace it. Or don't. Find a tinfoil hat and hide in a bunker somewhere and wait for Skynet to attack. But thank you for watching Digital Digest. My name is Makasa Kaunda.
All right, so Skyfall, Terminator 3, 2, 1, it's going to 7 pretty soon, because so many people love AI, but now AI is a big part of us now, right?
Yeah, and especially the first time I watched Terminator, I was under the impression that there is a world somewhere where like these machines, these robots exist and they live and whatnot and whatnot.
Do you know it was in the
they
future?
made it so real, you know?
Oh, you mean like you actually believed it?
I thought it was happening at that time in a
like it
world
was real, like it was live TV?
I was See why I was watching him explain what he was explaining? I'm better than him. At least I'm able to work with AI. I'm still teaching him to work with AI, you know? But what I mean
I'm trying to learn.
Yeah, but when you talk about Terminator now, okay, or yeah, you see these machines and the robots and whatnot, you go to social media and these tech geniuses are coming up with all these elements and tools that they're saying are to help society, to make life better. But then there's the fear to say, what if it happens like it happened in the movie where they take over the world?
Do you know this AI stuff is not even $1 billion business? It's been recorded as $1 trillion business.
It is, because people are lazy. We always want somebody to do the work for us.
Yeah.
We are lazy. Okay. Someone will argue and say, no, we're not. But hey, if you were to look at how we have evolved from writing with our own pens to a typewriter.
I can't remember the last time I held a pen.
Exactly, to a typewriter, from a typewriter to
a PC.
A PC, from a PC to now we have laptops, now we have tablets, we have touch screens, we have phones, we have all these gadgets. Why? Because we have constantly been asking ourselves, how can we get to a place where we do not do so much but get so much done? So
AI is not about doing it yourself, it will do it for you. But Chilamo Zulu is here with Do It For Yawa Self. Let's check this out. And today she's making us a ruffled, scrunchy headband.
Yep.
Hi, welcome to the DIY with your girl, Chilamo Zulu, and today we're going to show you how to make a scrunchy headband, or you can call it a ruffled headband. But before we go into the process of making this headband, I'm going to run you through what you will need, okay, when you're making this headband. You will need a glue gun and a glue stick because, like I said, even in the previous tutorials, I love to use the glue gun because it's more effective, okay? So you need a glue gun and a glue stick, and make sure you use the glue stick for the glue gun because only the glue stick goes with the glue gun, okay? Not any other glue. You cannot put any other glue in the glue gun apart from the glue stick. You also need a pair of scissors. Hi, welcome to the DIY with your girl, Chilamo Zulu, and today we're gonna show you how to make a scrunchy headband, or you can call it a ruffled headband. But before we go into the process of making this headband, I'm gonna run you through what you will need, okay, when you're making this headband. You will need a glue gun and a glue stick because, like I said, even in the previous tutorials, I love to use the glue gun because it's more effective, okay? So you need a glue gun and a glue stick, and make sure you use the glue stick for the glue gun because only the glue stick goes with the glue gun, okay? Not any other glue. You cannot put any other glue in the glue gun apart from the glue stick. You also need a pair of scissors, you need the thread and a needle, you need fabric, you need a headband, you need the ribbon, satin ribbon, and you also need your tape to measure the fabric. So first things first, when you get your fabric, okay, you need to make sure you measure the fabric that you're cutting out, depending on the size that you want to make, okay? For this particular tutorial, I'm showing you how to make a medium-sized scrunchy headband, and you only need about 1 meter of material in the length, and you need about 6 inches in the width, okay, of which has already been cut, okay? So when you cut your fabric and you measure with your tape, remember you need to measure with your tape, okay? You have to make sure you cut the fabric in a 1 meter length and 6 inches width, okay? So when you cut up the fabric, this is how it's going to look. So this is 1 meter, okay? 1 meter, and the width is 6 inches. Make sure you measure with your tape. So when you do that and you cut up your fabric, you have measured your fabric, you've cut it up to the required size and measurements that you want. You are now gonna fold it in half, okay? You're gonna fold the length, you're gonna fold the width in half like that, okay? And when you fold, it's gonna give you this. Because what we want for the scrunchy headband is the shiny side, because it's the blingy side, the one that has that, you know, that pretty finish, okay? So we're gonna fold the width in half like that, okay? All the way at the end. So let's fold together. So make sure you fold it in half. You fold it in half, you fold it in half. Like that, okay? Make sure you fold it, you fold it, you fold it, you fold it. So after you have folded the width in half, you're gonna get your fabric and your needle, okay? You're gonna put out your needle and make a thick layer of the fabric. You're gonna make a thick layer of the thread, okay? So that you can make a stitch on the fabric that you have folded in half, okay? So we're gonna pull out the fabric together. Sorry, we're gonna put out the thread together so that we can start to make the stitch. That's gonna give us that nice, pretty scrunchy or ruffled headband, okay? So with this scrunchy ruffled headband, it's an accessory, a lady's accessories. Gents, I got you, don't worry. I'll show you your stuff as well, but yeah. But today, we're making a scrunchy headband for the ladies. So when you've made the thread, the layers of the thread, you cut off the excess, okay? And then you have to put it through the needle, okay? Like this. Sometimes it can get difficult to put through the thread in the needle. So after you've done that, you're going to make a knot at the end of the thread. I don't know why I'm talking about the fabric too much. Maybe because it's the main agenda of this scrunchy headband. Okay, so when you have made your knots, okay, you're now gonna make a stitch all the way up to the end. Okay, so let's stitch together. So you stitch it. Try to be as straight as possible, and don't stitch it zigzag. I hope that makes sense. Have to make sure it's as straight as possible. Okay, now let's stitch together. Let's stitch this together. Let's stitch together. So when you are done sewing, making that stitch on the fabric from one end to the other end, you have to make sure you make a knot at the end of where you've ended, okay? So let's make the knots together. Just so that the stitch does not, come out, okay? Because you don't want to start all over again. So you have to make sure you make that knot at the end to secure the stitch. And then cut it off when you've done that, like that. So when you're done, you put aside your needle and your thread, and then this is how it looks when you have stitched, okay? At this point, you're gonna turn your fabric inside out, okay? So that we can have that shiny effect that I showed you at the beginning when I was introducing the items, okay? So we're gonna turn it inside out so that we have the outer part that we want, okay? Let's turn it together. So we can actually use the scissors to help us as we are trying to, turn the fabric inside out, okay? So let's do this together so that we can have the shiny effect out. At this point, you're gonna make sure you remove the scissors, the pair of scissors, when you get to the end of the process that we're doing together. Okay, so you're gonna make sure you pull out the scissors, but make sure you hold the shiny part because it's gonna show when you pull it out the side. So you have to make sure you hold it and pull out the scissors, okay? Like that, okay? And then at this point, we're gonna now start bringing back the material like this so that now that shiny effect is out now, okay? Until you pull out everything, okay? So let's pull out together. And once you have pulled out the fabric, this is what you're gonna get. The shiny side is out now, okay? At this point, we're gonna put the headband through the fabric, okay? And we're gonna use this opening, okay? So you're gonna push the headband through this opening until the end, until you pull all the fabric onto the headband, okay? So let's do that together. So you're gonna get one end of the headband and slot it through this opening, okay? Like that. And you have to make sure you pull your fabric all the way. Everything has to be pulled up, okay? And as you are pulling the fabric up, as you can see, it's ruffling up, right? So that's the reason why the other name is a ruffled headband, because it gives that ruffle outcome as you are making it, okay? So let's let's put this together. Let's put the headband through together like that. So at this point, you have to now even out the ruffles, okay? As you can see, the ruffle is showing and it's giving us those ruffled vibes, okay? So this is what we get after we have put the headband through. Now, in order for you to secure the two ends, okay, you need to make sure you glue them on with ribbon, okay? You can actually use a ribbon that's the same color with the fabric that you've used, or you can actually use black because black is universal. It goes on any other color. So for this particular tutorial and project, I'm gonna use black satin ribbon, okay, to secure the two ends, just so that the ruffle, whether the fabric does not fall off the headband, okay? Remember, the headband has gone inside the fabric. So now we don't want the headband to get off. So we need to secure the fabric at the edge, okay? So let's secure the fabric at the edge together. So you're gonna put your glue there on the fabric, okay? Remember, the glue gun uses electricity. It gets hot, so you have to be careful. And stick the ribbon there and roll the ribbon round the headband like that, okay? To secure the edges so that the fabric does not get off the headband, okay? So you roll it and roll it and roll it so that we secure this, okay? I like to make it thick just so that it's secured, so that you're sure that this fabric is secured, it will not fall off the headband, okay? So I make it as thick as possible, as I can. So once you have finished the rolling, you're gonna secure the ribbon with glue again and cut off the excess ribbon. After that, you cut off the excess ribbon. So this is how it's gonna look, okay? After you have cut off the excess ribbon. So now we're gonna secure the other end of the headband, okay? Like I said, we have to make sure we put the ribbon so that the fabric does not come out. As you can see, it's already come out this side because it's not secured. So to avoid this is the reason why we have to make sure we secure the end of the headband, one end and the other end with ribbon, okay? And it has to be satin ribbon, okay? Because ribbon comes in a lot of types, so you have to make sure you use satin ribbon. So like I said, you get the glue again, you add some glue there, get your ribbon and start to roll it out like that, okay? So this is the final product of our scrunchy headband. You can also call it a ruffled headband. And I'm gonna show you how it looks on the head when it's worn. Pretty, right? So don't mind the color coordination, mind the beauty of the product, okay? So until next time, please do this on your own and don't forget to do it yourself, because some of these things, you need them, okay? Some of these skills, you need them. There are times when you get so stressed out and you don't know what to do with your hair and you have all these things under your roof. You can just simply make one and look pretty and have that vibe added to your glam. So until next time, it's your girl Chilamo Zulu. See you on the next episode. Bye-bye.
All right, and that's the ruffled scrunchy headband. You know, I'm thinking we can make anything from anything as well. We need to get Chilamo to find out how we can do this. Here's yours. Here's mine. Let me put it here. I can make another hat for like for the next thing that we do. Like just put it in like a hat. So from the rest.
Oh, like call it a canoe hat.
For the rest, for the rest of the show, I'll be doing it like this, right? Is that fine? You like it?
No, please.
You like
please,
my canoe
please.
hat?
Let's have our centerpiece back. You have just messed up our set design now.
I feel so cool.
In a canoe hat.
Yes. Imagine if I sponsor my page, put this in like, oh, the brand new canoe hat from So Sick. Then everyone starts walking around in Dola City with a canoe hat. No? You don't like it?
Oh, you know what? I think we need to get to Maya. Let her run us through what is happening in the GFG segment where we get to understand home decor, home living, home design as I try to indulge this happening right now.
I'm so fabulous in my canoe hat. Mayuya, read 'em and weep. Canoe hat.
Stay tuned. Welcome to GFG Home and Living Edition, where we cover different home and living spaces ranging from interior and accessories, architecture and design, renovation and maintenance, and we get great advice from experts as well as experience. I'm your host, Mayuya, the beautypreneur. On the show today, we take a look at Pineview Luxury Apartments situated in the heart of Ndola. And we are going to be sitting with the proprietor to understand the vision as well as the inspiration behind the actual design of the property. Come with me. Hey!
Hi, how are you?
I am good. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Welcome.
Thank you. I really feel luxury right now. Just walking into this space. I'm here with the lovely proprietor of these luxury apartments, Miss Fusiao. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Maya.
Yeah, so the moment I got into this place, I actually felt luxurious. You know, like the name speaks for itself. Pineview Luxury Apartments. They are truly luxurious.
Oh, thank you.
What was the vision behind this?
Okay, I would say my passion started way back for interior designing. So it's something that I've always tried to do here and there, you know, started from just your own bedroom, and then had a vision of having fully furnished apartments. And that's what I wanted to pursue. And looking at what we have here in Ndola, I wanted to set something different, something that we don't have. And this is the birth of this project that we have here.
Wow.
So we started about 2019,
yeah,
and we've been building upon that vision. And we recently opened in April of this year, 2024.
Wow. So it's taken you about 5 years?
Yes, it has.
Okay. That's a good timeline.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you can complete it in 5 years, because I do understand that this is actually an expensive project.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
yes.
And it has a lot of ups and downs.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so before we delve into that, I also want to know like the inspiration, you know, because I'm looking at this place and I'm seeing a lot of beautiful pieces. You know, like the interior design is amazing, it's captivating, like the moment you just see it. But I want to know what inspired you to say, I'm gonna go this way, this direction, and I wanted to have this feel.
Okay.
I want when people walk into this place, you know, they'll actually experience this, you know.
Okay. I think it all starts from what I gravitate towards when it comes to interior designing. I like the urban chic vibe of interior designing. So that's what I was trying to go for. And when we visiting, or we go to a different country, you visit different hotels, they will usually have that contemporary urban chic kind of feel. So that's what I was trying to bring in a home setup for the fully finished apartment. So you can have both of you of a hotel, but then again you have the feel of being at home.
Yeah,
it's in a home setup. So that's what I was trying to go for.
Okay. Okay, so did you have to engage like an interior designer or like an expert to actually, you know, help bring the vision to light?
No, I actually did it myself.
Wow. Yes. Okay. So are you an interior designer?
Not professionally, just from inspiration and what I see and what I'd want to put out there.
Okay.
Yeah. So I haven't been to any school for this.
Yeah.
It's basically in what I research and what I like, and I try and do what I feel needs to be done.
I'm amazed, guys. I'm really amazed by this. And so when it came to like the architectural design, did you engage someone for that?
Yes, that we did. For the structural design, we did engage an architect who helped us with the design, and he portrayed what we were telling him, what the things that we wanted to see and how we wanted it to be laid out. He was able to help us with that.
Do you feel like you actually brought to light what you envisioned with architecture?
I would say 70%. There's some things that would have changed.
Yeah.
But then we only got to see them later on after the project has already kicked off.
Okay.
So I could say I'm okay. 70%. I would have done better, but
yeah,
it's okay.
Okay.
It's within the vision.
What are like some of the things that you were very particular about when it comes to like the architecture? I'm looking at your ceilings and I'm thinking, did you have a part in this? I'm looking at your walls. I'm looking at the entire structure. You have flat roof going on. Like, which of that was you?
The flat roof. Well, basically everything. Okay, yeah. So he was there to guide us on how to go about it, and I would be there to provide the ideas. So for the flat roof, that was my idea because I think it looks quite modern rather than having the hipped roof. And then also for the interior designing, the walls was just a blank overall architectural design, and then after the walls are up and everything, then you start to add in this and that, and it gives it this what you're seeing today.
Yeah, I'm looking behind me and I'm looking at the wall. Like this is like something that stands out when I look at your living room area, and I must say I really like it.
No, thank you.
I love the wallpaper.
The design is called, it's not a wallpaper actually, it's been painted on. It's called Harrington Bond. That's the design.
Wow.
Yes. So it is hand painted.
Oh, wow. Yes. Okay, so we do have some amazing painters in Ndola.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow, I really love this. What was the inspiration? Where did you
well,
get
Pinterest
that
and Google.
Pinterest and Google.
Yes. They really helped me with the designing.
Pinterest and Google are the way to go. Yeah, so I want to go to the rest of the place. I'm particularly interested in the bedroom because that's where we lay our heads. That's where we rest. I'm so big on beds, guys. So I want to see what the bedroom is like and what your inspiration was with regards to the bedroom.
Okay.
Yeah. So can we go there?
Let's go.
I'm amazed.
Wow.
Yeah, I am, because I thought it's going to give me like a different feel. But I walked into there and I actually feel the connection with the living room. Is that what you were going for?
Yes.
Wow.
We're going for that.
Okay.
So that there's a continuation of what you feel and what you get when you get to the living space. And then when you go to the bedroom, it's also giving you that urban chic vibe and comfort.
Yeah. And I love that the colors are similar to the living room as well.
So it's going with the same color theme throughout the entire apartment.
It's warm, I must say, and it's inviting. I love the lamps that you have on the side of the bed, and the color itself is warm.
Okay.
I can see it's actually matching
with the couch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. That's beautiful. And I see the gray that stays also in here.
Yes.
What's standing out for me is actually the bed.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm so big on the bed, so I want to know, like, what were you thinking when you came up with those beds?
So, we are offering luxury here. So even the linen has to speak luxury. So we're not going for anything less than a 200 thread count of our duvet covers. And
you're going for like
top notch.
Top notch.
Yes,
we're
top
talking
notch.
1,000.
So we're trying to combine the comfort of being in a hotel, but yet in a home setup.
Yeah.
So we're combining a hotel with an apartment.
Yeah.
So our linen is white, and we have a standard at which we abide by. when
Yeah.
it comes to buying linen and what we're putting. We're keeping it clean, crisp and white, just to give you that comfort. I think if we talk about DIY for the bedroom, it's the cushions.
Okay.
Yes, I literally just bought material and what needed to go inside the cushions, and I did that myself.
Okay, I'm curious now. I want to go outside.
Yes, please, let's
I
go
want to
see.
go outside. Let's go see.
Let's go see what outside has to offer.
So we've moved to the outside and we're seated in the entertainment area.
Yes.
I presume, yeah. So I love the whole feel. Like, what was the vibe? What's the vibe you're going for here?
So it's a place to relax for the clients and the guests that we have here. Away from the indoors, you come outdoor, but it's still giving you that luxurious feel. So you're here to watch some TV outdoor, have a few cold drinks, and enjoy the air.
Yeah.
So that's what I was going for.
Okay. No, I love it. I love what you've done. I love the walls.
Okay.
Yeah, I love the entire look. I can see you've got stones, you've got
Artificial
flowers.
Yes.
Yeah. And you've got this beautiful
The paneling,
paneling. Yeah, with lights going on. I can only imagine the vibe in the night.
In the night, yeah.
When
It looks
lights
pretty
up.
good in the night.
Okay, thank you so much for joining me on GFG Home and Living Edition. I have actually had an amazing, luxurious day. I'm retiring to my bed.
You haven't forgotten about that one.
No, I haven't forgotten about the bed. I cannot forget about the bed. I love that bed. So if you're looking for short and long stay accommodation in the heart of Ndola, Pine View Luxury Apartments are here for you. Thank you so much for joining me. It's your girl, Mayuya the Beautypreneur. Until next time. What an insightful and amazing experience right there. I felt like I was literally in that place, you know, being toured through every single area. And I mean, kudos to Maya. I've learned a thing or two that I did not even know about.
I need to apologize to Gertrude, though.
Please,
I really do need to apologize to Gertrude. Gertrude, I mean, that time I just didn't have the money for it. Okay, I did. I just felt like, you know, why should I spend it? But now I understand that these things come with talent.
They do come with talent.
And they come with time.
Yeah, they do.
And the people need to get paid for them. So, I mean, come to the house. We can have a chit chat again and rearrange some of the things that happened.
Not just rearrange. It's been years, okay? And maybe by
5 years.
Yeah, replace a few things in the house, you know, change a few things.
A single guy replacing things in the house?
What, you don't want women to think you are married if they walked in because you're too organized?
No, women walk in and think I'm married.
You know what?
And they walk out feeling some other way.
We need to go. It's been awesome being with you here. And I mean, I still want to say this even as we end our show today. As a woman, it's okay for you to want to be married. What is not okay is for you to force a man who does not want to be married to you. Allow him to make that decision on his own.
Will you marry
me?
me?
As a man, you also need to... I'm speaking.
Will you marry me?
No, Steve.
Really?
I want to get married, but not to you. Because I don't think I'm your type. I don't think I'm your type.
You are my type. You have all the things a man could need.
What do you mean? I'm a woman.
I'll tell you when we get up.
See why I'm saying I'm not his type? Because I couldn't read his mind right now. But anyway, I also feel like men should be open to such discussions. They should never ever feel pushed into a marriage when they're not ready, because I've met men who are married, act fired when you realize he's married, and they're like, no, but you're married.
I am see the wedding
and and he will say things like, you know, have you heard
that story? Have you heard that story of the woman who actually paid her own
dowry? It's even getting to that extent
and then,
now.
And then when they got married, the guy started saying, but But why did he repeat that?
Exactly, and you see, all those are things that
and men will say that. I would say that.
Exactly. See what I mean? And that's what I'm saying to say it's okay. Men should also be open to these discussions. There is a notion to say a man will never voice it out. A man will just start behaving like this, But I think we need to do away with that. Let's verbalize what needs to be verbalized. Even the most uncomfortable, our conversations. And I've always said this. Me, I know myself. So when someone comes to me and says, "Wait, can we just have a fling?" I don't know how to have a fling. I fall in love. You know what I mean? So if someone tells me that, and I fall in love, I wouldn't blame them. They told me. You get what I mean?
If I was
I wasn't supposed to fall in love.
If I was at a ride at an amusement park, you know what I would be called? The fling ride. Where I can fling away.
You see? And that's the thing. There are women that are also like that. So it's okay for a man and a woman to agree to say, is this relationship serious?
Yeah.
Okay, it's serious. We're both invested. Our minds are here, meaning that we're headed this way. Oh, I want to have a fling.
Would you I mean, these years of independence and women doing a lot of things that they never did before.
Yeah.
Would you get down on one knee and ask a man to marry you?
I wouldn't do that, but I would let him know that I would want to marry him one day.
Or like,
You
want him to marry you, or you want to marry him?
Let me tell you something about the independent woman issue. I think that one we should draw the line. Being an independent woman and just means you're able to take care of yourself and all. But companionship is something very different. I want to be married. I want to be led by a man. I want to be taken care of by a man. I want to lay on a man's chest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel.
I want to cuddle. I want to be bought flowers, and there's nothing wrong with that. I hate this notion that is now being pushed by a certain section of society to make a woman feel like she should only do something for herself to prove a point to a man. No, honey. Do something for yourself because you want to do something for yourself. If you want a man to do it for you, ask him to do it for you if you have to.
Do you know what they call do you know what those women are being called and have been very unfortunate to be in the presence of women who hate men being treated well, and they call women like you. Do you know what they call you?
They call us shallow-minded.
No, but pikimisha.
What does that mean?
My pikimisha, like you want to please a man all the time, and you want you value relationships so much that you forget about yourself.
No,
but there should be a commitment from a woman to try to treat a man well. Men need to be treated well.
Look, when we talk about, I'm going to speak this from the biblical point of view because that's my belief. I base that off that belief. You cannot treat somebody how you don't treat yourself. If you are mean to the person you claim to love, then probably you've been mean to yourself and you just haven't realized it. How we treat others is usually a reflection of how we treat ourselves.
How we feel inside.
That's why the Bible says that love your neighbor as you love yourself.
Well, So 6 Bible says, get yourself a canoe hat today. You can call me on 0973 422 73 and the canoe hats are available. Let's make this money, baby.
I hope he doesn't scam you like Baliaba Fayama Reggie, Pantum Pia, Isha Weather and CDF, Nash Fuma.
Aflatoxin, Nash.
Hey, I was so shocked to receive such a message. I wish I did not delete it. I was going to show like, Aflatoxin, Nash Fuma. Like, guys, are we serious?
We got to go. Thanks for joining us on Luna today. I hope you've learned a few things. And hey, guys, love your girls. Girls,
and
love
be
you
open to uncomfortable conversations. They will help us. And they will deter bitter hearts. I love you too, Steve.
Lombe. We out of here. Bye.